Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic University podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Canton III. I'm going to skip the Patreon because we're going to plug that at the end because we do have a special segment planned for that. As you can see, we got Jake Christie, of course, the super producer, but we also got the Kid Mero in the house. Mero, how you doing, sir? Welcome back to the program.
Man, thank you for having me back. You know what I'm saying? We're back, baby, and I am thrilled to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we did it, man. Zohran's New York. You did it. I saw.
Yes.
You were the biggest contributor.
I'm personally responsible for Zoran's victory. I just want to say that.
Yep, it was that video you did at BBQs. It was put it over the top.
That was it. got him shot to the moon. You know what I'm saying?
I got
to Bitcoin real fast.
Hey, you know after everything that we've experienced in this city with fucking Adams and Cuomo and all this other stuff, let me tell you, it's nice. It is nice to have a change compared to that. And I want to ask you first. You were heavily involved, as Jake said. You were heavily involved in the campaign in your own way. Like, you out in Front Street and he's out in Front Street. It's kind of the difference between him and everybody else. He's out there amongst the people, for the people, all that other stuff. What was that like, getting to know him out there amongst the people?
Yo, it was dope because, like, you know, when we did the Victory Lap episode at BBQs, like, that was our first time, like, meeting, like, for real. And immediately was like, yo, he's like, yo, I'm a fan of your work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, wow. Like, that's dope. Like, but when we did that, like, if you check the date on that, bro, he was polling like 0.0001%. You know what I mean? But, like, shout out to Min, shout out to Victor, shout out to PY, you know what I mean? Like, they, like, put everything together and they were like, yo, you know, the mayor's race is coming up. And, you know, like, this guy has some really good ideas. He's really smart. And he's a regular dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I know people be like, yo, he's a Nepo baby and this and da 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 da. I'm like, fam, his dad is like a professor and his mom is like a director of like indie movies. I was like, look, if that makes you a fucking Nepo baby, what the fuck is my kids, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
as someone who watches a lot of indie movies, the indie film directors like have to, you know, do like bullshit car commercials to make the Benz meet. Like, what the fuck talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not. And like, yo, shout out to Victor because, like, when he came before we started like creating stuff together and working together, he was working at Cinetic Media, which is a small like film company. I mean, like a small like distribution company, and as a participations analyst. So basically, finding motherfuckers who have money to put together with indie filmmakers and be like, all right, bro, like, we got you some money, so now you could go now you have a budget to go make this film. You know what I mean? And like you said, bro, like, 1 out of every 500 indie films makes money. You know what I mean? Like, like, shout out to Exit Through the Gift Shop, like the Banksy joint. Like, I think that made money. But like, ever since then. But to your point, Ant, like, it felt good, bro, because I felt like I was doing something like good. And it wasn't like, yo, pay me. It wasn't like, yo, let me go get a bag or whatever. Because I've done political shit before and it didn't feel wrong. But it didn't feel like, oh, I'm doing something good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am net positive in society right now doing this. And doing the walk and talk with him after the interview, because when we did the interview, it was like, yo, this dude is cool as hell. Like just very down to earth, like very like focused on the city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like there's so much noise around him, you know what I'm saying? For him to stay focused on like, yo, fam. Yeah. My whole shit is affordability in New York City. Like, I left the city because UPK, they deaded that shit, and I was like, dog, I'm paying like 30 bands a year for daycare. That's crazy.
Yo,
like, that's a down payment on a house. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if my sister could save that money and tuck it and then buy herself a house, or like put the money down on a house, or if something happens, like, and you know, you need emergency money. Because, yo, a lot of people are in a position where, like, $1,000 will ruin your life. Like, $1,000 bill will fuck your whole shit up. And I'm like, I'm not so, like, out of touch that I forget that where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, and my family's in the Bronx. You know what I mean? My parents are in the DR and back and forth and shit. But, like, when they come home, they come to the Bronx.
De lo mío.
Like, you feel me? And like, it's like knowing what his agenda was, knowing his policies, like that really had me like lock in with him. And then what really had me lock in with him, like on a personal level, like as a homie, was like doing that walk and talk and seeing how he was talking to people like uptown and like the reception that he got from just like I'm like, yo, that motherfucker probably ain't even registered to vote, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he was still like, yo, fuck, I don't care. Like, I want to talk to every New Yorker. I don't care if you're not registered to vote. You should be registered to vote.
Right.
Please do that. But even if it's like too late and you can't vote for me now, just get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So him being on that type of time, I was like, all right, like this dude is real. Like,
so I do have to shout him out. I do shout him out because he is, until January 1st, he's my assemblyman. I am an historian. I'm in his district, and I did once see him walking down the street. And I was flustered because it was in between the primary and the general, and I was walking out of a place that, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I was leaving a bodega buying 3 tall boys, and I'm like, this is not the position I want to meet the future mayor in. And so I just said, and it was actually not a bodega, it was a place that's like Astoria, like beer and smoke or whatever. So like he knew what type of time I was on. Like, and so I was like, I voted for you before, I'm gonna vote for you again. And he just smiled, and I'm like, I blew it. I fucking blew it. He's gonna be in Gracie Mansion now, and I blew it.
I blew it. Like, yo, I did a podcast with Mero. Just tell him that to say that next time.
If I was in any other situation where I'm like, and it was like a Friday night, and it was like 9:30. It's like he knows I'm bringing these home. Like this is a oh god.
So you got 3 tall boys and some blood wraps in there. I know what he's about.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to say this man is talking about affordability in the city. He's talking about, taking care of the people. Somebody actually speaking for the people. And you mean to tell me the first thing that he's not gonna do when he's mayor is go to Israel?
I mean, you see the photo of Eric Adams at the wall?
Yo,
I was like, I'm gonna miss Eric Adams. Eric Adams needs to be appointed to an honorary position. I mean, now
he needs to be in charge of like memes. Like he should just do like you know how like they pick a kid in like a public school to do like the announcements. He should just do like New York 1 like announcements. Like,
did you Mary, do you know my favorite Eric Adams story? Because I would say almost an aficionado on dumb Eric Adams stories. Do you know the story about his favorite concert?
No.
So Eric Adams was asked what his favorite concert was, okay? And do you know the story, right?
Yeah.
So Eric Adams said that it was the Curtis Mayfield concert. I forget which park it was in. I'm looking it up. The Curtis Mayfield concert where he got paralyzed, right? He said that, right? So it's crazy to say that his favorite. He's like, the point was, he said until that happened, it was his favorite concert. That's what he said. Okay, that's a crazy thing to say, but like maybe the concert was great until then. But people looked it up. Curtis Mayfield was hit by that falling lighting rig before he started playing. He never performed.
Eric Adams is a
cartoon character.
Yo, he is literally he's a Pixar character, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's a Pixar character that when they were doing Soul, they were like, nah, I don't put this guy. This is crazy. Like we can't have this guy. This is a kid's movie.
Right.
Like,
there's a great quote from the Business Insider article about it. A Los Angeles Times report at the time noted that Mayfield had not yet begun performing when the rig fell on him. It's not clear what part of the performance Adams enjoyed before the accident took place.
He's like, yo, that lighting rig fell down on his back. It was crazy.
That lighting rig is the New York City of the stage.
Yo, he's a sick fuck, dog. Like he, it's so crazy to me because he's like, you know how like every family got like a crackhead uncle, or like an alcoholic uncle that you like, don't pay him no mind, man. Like he was the man in '88, but like he like just let him talk, man. Like he's that guy. Like, and everybody's like, you know what? Let's put that guy in charge of the biggest city in the world. Let's put him in charge of that. Let's do that. Yeah.
The first time I saw photos of him, because like I said, I live in Astoria. The first time I saw photos of him smoking hookah at bars on Steinway.
Come on, you know what time it is. As soon as he got elected, I was like, New York City, congratulations. You have elected a club promoter. Like, straight up. He moves like a club promoter. Like a guy to, like, you know how like every alcohol company got a guy that's just in charge of like like liaising with people and being like, yo, let me show you a good time. Basically, like getting celebrities drunk. Like, that's him. He wanted that job just so he could go to any club in New York City and not get turned down. That he could go to restaurants and stay late. Like, he wanted to be like a mob boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
He James St. Patrick, basically. Essentially. That's exactly who he is.
Yo, hey,
James St. Patrick.
wow. Tangent for 3, bang!
I'm just saying, dog. Like, yo.
Bro, he is literally, he saw power and was like, I want to be that dude.
Yes, that's exactly what he did.
I want to be Ghost. I want to be that guy. How do I be that guy? Without selling drugs. Be the mayor? I bet. I got it.
Let me go take these flights to Turkey.
The best story is when
Turkey,
he was going to
get hair.
Do you remember, Mero? Do you remember what came out when they had like the whole Turkey thing when he was first charged? That so he got free flights on Turkish Airways. That there was an event that he was going to of like world mayors in Paris, and investigators were like, "Wait, why is he flying from New York to Istanbul to Paris? Because Turkish Airways doesn't fly direct to Paris, so he had to go past Paris to Istanbul."
Come on, dog. That's crazy.
Like that's like crazy crime to do.
It's like there was a layover. I couldn't find a direct flight.
And I met a couple shawties at the. When you remember we talked about the shawty in Far Rockaway?
Oh man, yo, so
he's the mayor. He's a 60-year-old man, and he's the mayor.
He's the 60-year-old man. He's talking about, I had a shorty one time. I bet you mad that you not with me now, because you could have been getting piped down by the mayor.
And I will say,
I'm just like,
Mero, an important service that you did, because I feel like a lot of commentators weren't saying it. Mm-hmm. Not enough commentators were talking frequently about Andrew Cuomo's nipple ring, and I think that like it was important that you did that because people weren't talking about that enough.
I think that disqualifies you from
that should absolutely no. You
100%. 100%.
That's it. Like I don't care if you got like any other piercing is fine. Yeah. Like I don't care if you got this shit pierced, bro. Like go ahead. A nipple, bro. You an old Italian man. Like that means you into some freaky shit because Italian people are not the most tolerant in New York City. Like, no, I'll just put it. I'll just leave it there. No, but like, fam, I know you came home with that nipple piercing, and your pops was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! What's this? What is that? My son with his breast pierced? I can't believe this. Smart on." You turn into Paul the Walnuts and shit. Like, you fucking queer? And like, doing chair and shit. Like, remember that shit where he was like, this is sick. Satanic black magic. That's what
Shout out to Vito. Shout out to Vito. Oh my God. Good times, man. Let me tell you, between Cuomo and Adams, like, I'm thinking like in terms of, all right, since it's a Marvel podcast, we could talk about like one Marvel thing. Like, if you wanted to say Mero, if you wanted to compare Adams and Cuomo to Marvel characters or Marvel supervillains, what would you say?
Damn. So Eric Adams, supervillain. If Eric Adams was a supervillain, he would have to be is Sabretooth a villain?
Sabretooth is absolutely a villain. Sabretooth is a Sabretooth.
I will go with Sabretooth for Eric Adams because he got the same teeth. And with Cuomo, Cuomo would be Magneto, and his nipple ring would be like the center of the magnetism. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a magnetic nipple ring. It's not that he can control metal. It's just the nipple ring can control metal. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, Eric Adams, you're right with Sabretooth. Eric Adams thinks he's Kingpin. He thinks that he's Kingpin is the thing.
100%. Because I was going to say Kingpin, and I was like, nah.
No, Kingpin's competent.
Yeah, Kingpin.
Yeah, like he knows Kingpin actually is a Kingpin and knows what he's doing.
He be getting shit done around here.
He gets shit done.
Like, shit. Even if that shit is terrible, he be getting it done.
Okay, but what about Curtis Sliwa? Who, I mean, you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, how could we forget,
bro? Curtis Sliwa. Curtis Sliwa.
5 times.
Yo, he needs to be in the MCU. As Curtis Sliwa.
Yeah.
Forget like as a character. He is a character, bro. Like he is literally, and it's so crazy because it's like, this is how I painted like people into a corner, right? Because like a lot of people, I was like having like not arguments, but like discussing politics with like a lot of people. And like a lot of people that I came up with, right? And a lot of them were like, yo, a lot of hood motherfuckers too. Like, and it's just like, yo, nah, bro, that motherfucker's a communist, bro. Like, yo, they gonna do 9/11 again. And
You'd
I'm
be
like,
surprised. Yeah, it's a lot of people like that.
I'm
yeah.
like, oh my God, bro. I was like, yo, y'all gotta stop, man. So what I did with the hood dudes, because they were all like, yo, fuck, like Cuomo is weird. So then they're all like, yo, we're rocking with Sliwa. And I was like, fuck, shit, go right ahead, bro. But like, I also was just like, what I did tell like all my hood booger friends was just like, man, yo, like, you know how Curtis Sliwa got popping, right? And they're like, yeah, he had the Guardian Angels and all that shit. I was like, no, dog. I was like, he literally had a podcast where he just snitched on people. Like, he was like the world's most famous snitch. Like, he literally had a podcast where he went on, or like a radio show. They weren't called podcasts back then. They were called radio shows. He had a radio show where he would go on and talk about the Gambino crime family every fucking week. Like, so you gonna vote for a snitch, bro? Like, that's what I'm sitting with. Like, damn, you gonna vote for a rat? That's crazy.
I'm saying
he's a rat.
He made up his own kidnapping. Like, that was how he became.
That's wild, bro. That is such an insane thing to do. Like, come on, fam. Like, you can't be mayor, dog. You fake your kidnapping. Like, your previous experience is being a vigilante on a subway and working as a night manager at a McDonald's on the Bronx. And then you got the nerve to talk about Zohran's resume? Like, come on, gang. Cut it out. Like, the only thing that he had above the other two was that he's like a New York City, like, cartoon character. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's such a New York... Like, he's not even Italian and he sounds Italian. Like, talking about, he's like, yeah, you know, I was in the back of a cab and then boom, I get shot in my twig and berries, if you know what I mean. And I was like, yo, what the heck? I was like, yo, aren't you Polish, guy? Like, what the fuck? Why do you talk like that? Like, crazy work, bro.
There's the thing about New York is,
man, that fucking red beret.
The red beret, and whenever you would take it off, it would look worse. You're like, you know what? You gotta wear the beret. Weird without it.
He has to, because yo, I've never seen a motherfucker with a hat tan line. He had like a tan line from the beret. Like, I was like, fam, we don't even live anywhere tropical. You just never take that shit off. You take that shit off so little that just the regular sun in New York City, not even the summer heat, just the regular November sun, give you a fucking beret tan line. Also, I could never look at this dude without hearing raspberry beret. That's the source of his strength. Come on, raspberry beret.
I will say we do have to thank him though, because he did come up with the line that Andrew Cuomo was slapping fannies and killing grannies, which is, I mean,
yo, he's the motherfucker. Him and Eric Adams are like, they need to. I wanted Adams to stay in the race just to see him debate Curtis Sliwa. Like, Eric Adams and Curtis Sliwa should just have weekly debates, just for fun. Like, just for fun. Like, y'all two go debate about whatever. I don't care. Pay-per-view. Make that the new versus.
It still makes...
You ever, Mero, did you ever see that? I think it was a tweet, or it might have been a post somewhere else, where it was like, quote-unquote, serious pundits. Like, this was like 2022. Eric Adams and his governance style will be the future of the Democratic Party. Eric Adams. I met a leprechaun once and I ate him.
Come on, dog.
That's really what he's like.
Like, fam, like, listen, like, I've been working in the media for a long time. And for the non-media literate people, I'm sure y'all know about this, but for the non-media literate people, a supercut is just like mad highlights cut into like a short clip. There's supercuts of Eric Adams saying dumb shit that are like 12 minutes long, gang. Like, I don't think there's any other politician besides Trump that can have like a highlight tape of like, yo, me saying stupid shit. Like, that don't make no fucking sense. Like, when he said that shit about like...
He is absolutely 101.
Yeah, like the New York City shit where he was just like, this is New York City. Anything can happen. You know, you could get a plane could crash into the Twin Towers and you could go on a hot date.
To the World Trade Center.
I was like, what? Like, yo, fam, we're from here. You're not the mayor of Ohio, motherfucker? Like, Cincinnati? You know? This is New York. 9/11 happened here. Like, why would you bring that up? Like, apropos of nothing, dog. Like, just, man. That man is insane. But him and Curtis Sliwa belong together. They should start a podcast like Joe and Jada.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, that would do so well. It would do so well. Everybody be so confused, but everybody be listening to it every week. Everybody
Locked
be
in.
tapped in, 1000%. Oh my goodness. But listen, man, it is tremendous. We're glad. We're excited. We're excited for Zohran to take over and see what he has in store for everything going on in the city. And thank God, because we definitely needed change for sure. Mero, I did want to ask you about because I heard it when you was on with Bomani on Right Time with Bomani Jones. You doing the book on fatherhood.
Yes.
I want to know what this entails because as a pops myself trying to figure it out. With 2 young kids, I want to hear kind of like your perspective of what made you decide to enter the Authorsville again.
So like you know, I got God level knowledge starts out there. You know what I'm saying? Cop that. You know, shit bestseller, amazing. So I was like, yo, let me go back and do it again. So shout out to Ben Greenberg at Random House, and he was like, yo, dog, your shit reads funny. You know how hard that is? And I was just like, I don't know how hard that is because I'm the one writing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll forget what I wrote. Like, I'll forget the joke and shit. I'll get high. I'll come back like a week later and be like, yo, this shit is mad funny. Who wrote this? And then I'll scroll over to the bottom and be like, KID MERO. And I'm like, oh, that's why I write no caps. So I know when I wrote something and when I didn't write something. You know what I'm saying? But no, so it's less like a manual and more like a collection of essays. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to do it like manual style. And I was just like, bro, my brain is not built like this. 1. And 2, who the fuck am I to be giving like what to expect when you're expecting like type advice? I was like, I'm going to give you some funny situations that, you know, are relevant to being a dad that can teach. They're all teachable moments. You know what I mean? So it's like a collection of essays that have to do with fatherhood that are all teachable moments. Talking about like from being in like the labor and delivery room with your girl to, you know what I mean? Like, yo, your kid's talking to you about sex or, you know, drugs or whatever. You know what I mean? So like I got a story about everything. You know what I mean? From trick-or-treating to motherfuckers wanting to do karate class, all kinds of shit. So that's what that's what it's about. It's like, yo, situations that I've found myself in as a father of 4 that I feel like other dads out there can relate to. Because I'm like, yo, there's a whole generation of like our age dads. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like
yeah, absolutely.
You know, like it's not like a you know what I mean? Like I'm not writing you know the instructions for parenting. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, read this shit, laugh, and get a little bit of like nuggets of truth out of there. You know what I mean? And maybe a little child raising hack or 2, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. It's so underrated, especially like you and I were talking before we started recording about like the economy and everything that's going on with that and how much of a problem like all of the shit is just generally. Just, I mean, we talked about the child care. Just something as simple as, I mean, even if you try to register them for youth sports, like they be charging an arm and a leg for that joint now.
Yep, everything, bro.
So
like everything. Everything's crazy. Like, bro, I paid $300 for a bat. I'm like, bro, you're gonna use this for 2 seasons, dog. Like, you're gonna be too big for this shit in 2 seasons. What are we doing? I was like, I'm gonna go back to Dick's looking like a dick. That's why it's called Dick's Sporting Goods, because you go up there looking like a dickhead, walking around, blowing a bag in there on your kids, and and the teenager that's checking you out is like, she fucking bozo. You just paid $5.50 for a fucking bat. You paid $50 extra to steam your glove. I'm like, motherfucker, I used to put the shit under my mattress to break it in. Like,
that's it. Like, just stretch the joint out a little bit. Like, it don't take that much. I mean, now they got a thing for everything.
I was told to put it in a low oven, but that's not in here or there.
Yeah, that's also
not that I was ever good at baseball, but that, you know, my glove was stretched.
Yeah.
So you got to be telling your kid he's got to be Giancarlo Stanton if you're gonna be paying that much for a bat. I mean,
Yo, and this is the kid that also plays football, right? So he's like multi-sport. And we were talking about people like NBA players getting hurt. I think that's part of the problem too, is that like at a young age, kids are just doing one thing over and over and over and over and over. I'm like, yo, this little motherfucker, he wants to play basketball, he wants to play baseball, he wants to play football. He loves football; it's his favorite. But he wants to play everything. Like he's like, yo, I want to play lacrosse. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, that's
okay? But I'll say this
sport.
though. I'll say this. There's got to be, if you're really athletic and you go into lacrosse, that's got to be like a full ride scholarship to anywhere you want to go. Because there's just a bunch of rich white guys, and then like one athletic Dominican comes in, like Tiger Woods.
And that's
what
what
I'm
looking
for. Tiger Woods of lacrosse.
Yeah. Yo, Jake, that is what I'm looking to do, champ. Like that is my goal. I'm trying to liquidate all these 529s. I don't give a fuck about the penalty, bro. Like I'm trying to take all this college fund money, bro, and put that shit back into something else. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe some weed or an AMG GT. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But like I'm trying to take that college fund and use it for something else because all you motherfuckers are getting a free ride. So if lacrosse will do it, let's fucking go, baby. I know being an interior lineman will do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, you got that's the thing. You gotta eat a lot of corn. Got it. I mean, I will say though, I watch a lot of college football. I watch a lot of college football because I grew up mostly in Florida, and I'm always trying to tell AC about it. If you see a college football team and there's no one who looks like me, if I put a lot of weight on the line, you gotta be worried. Like the way I was put it is that like if no one on your line looks like they might have had parents at January 6th, we might got a problem. You know what I mean? Like it's some real big white dudes.
You need some big, burly, bearded white dudes up front, bro. Like on the blind side. And that was a funny. I forgot. It was like a football podcast. I forgot which one it was, but they were talking about like an all-time white NFL team versus an all-time black NFL team, and I'm like, yo, you're getting smoked at every position except interior line. I was like, yo, that whole offensive line is gonna be Jared's. You know what I'm saying? Like Jared's and you know what I'm saying? Like Tyler's and shit.
Tom Brady's gonna have a long time to throw. Tom Brady's gonna have a long time to throw. You can eat off that pocket.
Yeah, you can say crisscross applesauce in that pocket, bro. You got a bunch of bearded white dudes holding you down. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. My god. Yeah, man. Like it's yeah, I think of it from a sports aspect. I mean, I even think of it just as simple as I mean, it's so funny. Like just today, my wife went to see my son's teacher, my oldest, and about his progress report. He's doing great. Everything's going well. So like, very proud of him from that standpoint. But then I found out he had a little mini altercation today with a little girl, like a little girl. I mean, he didn't do nothing. But the girl was trying to press up and cause some issues. And he's 6, so like he's mild mannered for the most part, and he just into trying to do his work and whatnot. Yeah. And this person wanted his attention. Like clearly they did, because they're actually the funny thing is they're friends. So like so they cool, but apparently she wanted to press today. Today was the day that she wanted to press. So it got to a point where he was like, so he tells the teacher and whatnot, and apparently the girl's been doing it to a couple of other folks as well. So let's see, like she one of them folks who like to get a little rowdy, and he didn't talk to her. He because they usually talk every day. They cool or whatever. He didn't talk to her today after the situation happened. She started crying. But this is the other part of it. Like when you think about your kids going to school and interacting with other kids, how things can go left, and then you got to tell them like, hey, if it's this, then you got to pull back. But if it's the other thing, then hey, man, we'll be happy to defend you in all cases. You do what you got to do. That's
100%. I told my kids, I was like, listen, don't throw hands first. I know you motherfuckers are a little angry motherfuckers because I'm your dad, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I move around. Like, I'm just like, like punch first, ask question second. But like, don't do that. control your emotions. You know what I'm saying? And I told my sons especially, like, yo, listen, girls are gonna try to get your attention in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like some of it might not seem like they want to, like some of it might not seem positive, but like they just trying to get your attention, bro. Because I had a situation where I ended up in a fucking precinct, bro, because a dad called me, and bro, you call the wrong nigga if you trying to be like, yo, meet me at the gas station, let's talk. Because I'll meet you at the gas station, bro, but you about to talk to a fucking fire hydrant face first when I Jazzy Jeff you right into that shit, bro. Because I don't play about my kids, bro. I don't play about my kids, and like at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come up here trying to press me, talking about my son did this, my son did that. Because my oldest son, he's the mild mannered one. He's the one that's like a thinker, and he's like, yo, hold on. If I do this, y'all, it's gonna be crazy. Let me chill. Let me do this at this time instead of this time, so it's not as like he's got a brain on. He's got his head on right. So this girl obviously likes him, and she was always like, "Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up?" And he was just like, "Yo, like chill. Like we're in class, bro. Like I'm not trying to fail this test. You talking to me while a test is going on? She's just gonna come take my shit and throw it in the fucking garbage. Shut the fuck up. Like leave me alone. Shh, hold on. Talk to me at lunch. Like type shit." And she didn't like that, so she was like, she took some shit and put it like in his hoodie. So they were in art class, and he took a paper plate that had like, I guess like hot glue on it or whatever, and he just was like, and like put it on the back of her hoodie, and she was just like, like you burnt my neck, and like he didn't say shit the whole time she was bothering him. He didn't say nothing to her. He was just like, yo, chill, 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 chill. Just tell her chill. Didn't tell the teacher. Didn't tell the principal. Didn't go be the hall monitor. He didn't do none of that. As soon as he did something back to her, immediately, principal, yo, and it became a whole thing. Now dad's involved, calling me, pressing me. This is in the book, by the way. Calling me, pressing me, and I'm just like, yo, my man. I was like, this is the easiest way for you to get fucked up. Like it's trying to come at me over some shit with my kids. First of all, your daughter likes my son. Okay? That's where we're at. That's why this whole thing is happening. It's not because he's a dickhead and a bully. He's not. He's very undersized. You know what I'm saying? For his age. So he's not like running around like being like, yo, fuck y'all, I'm trying to fight. Bro, he's just minding his business. Your daughter has a crush on my son, and she's manifesting it the way tweens do, which is by doing like stupid mischievous shit and like trying to get each other's attention. If you want to scrap over that, I'm more than happy to, bro. Because like I haven't been in therapy for like 2 months, and I got a lot of shit to get out, and I can get it out right on your face.
One of those gas stations on the turnpike where there's a matching one on the other side.
100%. I will throw your ass from the BP to the shell, dog. Right over roof.
Yep.
And that, I mean, it's like you think about it, like there's so much time, especially as your kids get older, that they spend, without you and growing, and obviously that's something that they have to do, but it's those situations that really be making you think, especially with all the shit that's going on out there, like just generally speaking, in the country. It's just that the shit is wild. Like every day, you got the stuff that's on YouTube, like all that other stuff, like just the random shit that you be coming across. It's like, what the? I remember, man. Listen, it's just like so many different things that you always got to watch out for, and you can't watch out for everything because something always slips. Something slips through the cracks. So all you could do is your best.
Yeah, 100%. As a parent, bro, as a father, I tell every parent that, like, yo, all you could do is your best, man. Because like I keep it a buck, man. You're building 25% of this kid. The world is building the other 75%. You know what I'm saying? So that 25% got to be fucking concentrated, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you got to believe in your kids, man, and know that you're raising them in a manner that they'll be good people. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when my kids grow up, they might not be like tremendous assets to society, but they won't be pieces of shit. They won't be assholes. They'll be nice people. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll be nice people who care about other people. You know what I mean? That's my main thing. It's just like, because they see me and they're like, yo, they look at all the photos and like, and we go back to the block and I show them like, yo, this is where I grew up. This is the building. This is this is that. This is woo woo woo. This is where I used to eat. This is that, da da da. showing them pictures. Yo, this is 15 family members in one crib type shit. Like, and they see that and they're like, oh wow, like, oh, we live in fucking fantasy land. Like, you got us a crib. We all got our own rooms. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is like a luxury. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, like having your own room, having your own, like, motherfucker, you each got a PlayStation. Like, there's not one communal PlayStation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are blessed.
Yeah, yo,
Shouts to TV. Shouts to TV money.
Yes, yes. Salute to TV money.
Yeah, man.
Get that money.
Yo,
man.
Shout out to investing, bro. Like, shout out to investing wisely. Everybody out there, if you get a big bag, please listen to me. Pretend like that bag doesn't exist. Pay your bills like you normally were. Like, whatever you were doing before you hit it big, just keep living like before you hit it big. You know what I'm saying? And invest half of that money. Then go crazy with the other half. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you let's pull up an arbitrary number. If you got $10 million, you could fuck that money up very quickly. Or you could take 5 of that shit, put it in an index fund, ignore it, and pull $250,000 out of this shit on a bad year every year and just live off of that. It's when motherfuckers start being like, yo, I want to spend $1 million. I want to buy Lamborghinis and I want to do this crazy shit. That they fuck their own money up. Bro, you will never see me fucked up. Because I've been fucked up before and I don't like how that feels.
So when you say invest, do you mean when your cousin corners you and is like, Mero, I got a great idea for a restaurant. Yeah, if you think about it, it's like a Jimmy John's
No. Nah, I'm not talking. That is no.
I'm kidding.
That's the same shit as being like, yo, I bought a Rolls Royce as an investment.
Yeah,
I'm doing Uber Black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why Adrian Peterson had to play until he was 40. I mean, you
know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I'm like, dog, I'm not playing until I'm fucking 50. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hanging it up. Like, I'm 42 right now. That means I got 8 years to get to a point where I'm like, yo, I don't gotta work at all. Like, I could just live off these investments, bro. Like, I'm not even a real estate guy. Like, I have real estate. I'm talking about a portfolio investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting in there, investing in like the market, investing in real estate, investing in shit like that, is gonna give you a return, even if it's small. You know what I mean? Like, don't go.
And you were doing that with DJ Envy, right?
I was literally about to say. Yeah, that little man. Who's that little man that's always
by investing, I do not mean by investing in real estate, I do not mean become a slumlord. That's not what I'm trying to say, y'all. At all. I'm saying
the guy who do the videos with looked more like a slumlord criminal than anyone I've ever seen in my life.
Shit. Yo, the craziest shit, bro. And listen, I hope he doesn't hear this, but he might. And fuck it, because it's just too good. I went to a trunk or treat for Halloween. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a very suburban phenomenon where you don't go trick or treating. You go to the school or the
they do that at my son's school. Yeah.
And like they just, you open up your trunk, you decorate it, you wear costumes, and you give out candy. Kids do a little thing, whatever. Blah 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 blah. They got a DJ. Everybody do the thing. I go to this shit this year because I missed it the last 2 years. Last 2 years I've been away on business. So this year my wife was like, "You taking these motherfuckers to the trunk or treat, bitch? Not me. I'm staying home and drinking Malbec." And I was like, "All right, fuck it. How bad could it be? How bad could it be?" So I go, and I'm just like, it's closed off, so I don't even really gotta watch. They run around with their friends doing anything. I'm like, yo, go ahead, do your thing. I meet this guy who sees me. He's just like, yo, what's up? Gives me like the head nod. Like the black man head nod, like when you see the black man in the wild.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to. And you just like, all right, brother, like, you good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, one of these. So we did one of those. And then he came up to me. He's just like, yo, Mero, big fan, bro. You live out here, my nigga? And I was just like, yeah, bro. No. I should be offended by that, but I'm not going to be. Thank you for your support. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. How do you live out here? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, he was like, yo, like, I do real estate and this, that, and do. And I'm like laughing. I'm like, yo, that's mad funny, bro, because it just so happens that where I'm living at now, the dude that was doing scams with DJ Envy I seen him get locked up because, you know, I live in suburbia, so it's like, you know, the cops will come with the flashes on, but they won't throw the sirens on because that will scare the neighborhood. So they just quietly run down on you in your house. So I saw like mad cop car, woo, 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 like with the sirens off, but the lights on. And I was like, oh, they're going to get somebody. And it was Envy's partner. Bro, I do this whole thing. Yo, bro, that was so crazy. Ha ha ha. Hell, yeah, fuck them niggas. Ha ha ha. He's like, yeah, bro, that was my partner. I'm like, ow! I did the tornado. Oh!
Holy shit.
I was like, oh
Jesus.
shit, my bad. I was like, yo, so
Envy.
yeah, so then I had to like be like, yo, I was making a joke, dog. I knew it was you. Ha ha. I was like, yo, are you I'm over here with the rock nigga in a triple threat, like, yo, I'm trying to get out of this shit, like, trying to be funny. Like, yo, oh shit. So yo, you didn't get hemmed up? Yo, what happened? It's not a Rico? Ha ha ha. Like, trying to make a joke. And he's just like, yo, you mad funny, bro. Yo, you mad funny, bro. And I'm just like, yo, holy shit. I just made a foot sandwich, bro, and ate that shit in 2 bites. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I felt terrible. I was like, oh, well, Trunk or Treat's over. I was like, yo, good to meet you. Peace out. Yo, nasty, bro. I was like, damn, bro. I felt terrible. I was just like, damn. And he's just like, because he kind of put his head down a little bit. He's like, yeah, that was my partner. That was my real estate partner. I was like, should I be talking to you? We the only non-white people here right now, bro. We're the only black people here right now.
Is he wearing a wire? I don't know. Oh,
I don't know.
Like, come on, man.
Shirt.
Jesus, is that you, Jay Reed? Oh my God! Jesus,
I'm like,
yeah, man.
Yo, well, after that, I'm like, yo, yeah, I should have checked him for a fucking wire because he started asking questions. He's like, yo, you know anything about some poker games in the NBA?
That's my partner.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about, Jay. I have no idea.
Oh man, listen, man. You know what? Like, what you call it? Before we go, because just for the audience, just so you know, like, we're gonna do a Patreon segment with Mero regarding deleted tweets. But so if you want more of Mero with us, get that on the Patreon, patreon.com/MCUniversityPod. But before we go, gotta talk a little hoops. Gotta talk a little Knicks.
Yes.
You did mention the gambling though. Because that whole situation is still evolving, and between Malik Beasley, I feel like you got Pablo turning over every rock that he could find and just finding more and more and more. What do you make of like this whole like scenario of everything that's going on, Chauncey and then Tyronn Lue involved and all of this other shit?
Yo, it's so crazy to me because it's like because it was simultaneous. It was like 2 stories in one. There was like the poker game shit. Like, did y'all ever see that movie Miley's Game?
Yes.
Many times. I love that movie.
I'm like, yo, this is like Miley's Game with everybody from the NBA in the early aughts. Like, what is going on? It's like Paul Pierce, Chauncey Billups. I'm like, I'm waiting for Zach Randolph to turn up in some files. KG. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. There's that. And then there's the Tommy Rozier shit where it's just like point shaving and all the other shit. And I'm like, bro, hold the fucking phone. And then you got Pablo talking about Kawhi and the groundkeeping shit, like the groundskeeping, whatever the fuck, Green Acres, free planting,
aspiration, building them goddamn trees.
I'm like, bro, what is
the one that's craziest though is the craziest one for me is the baseball one where people are putting like 10 racks. People putting 10 racks on the first pitch will be a ball, and they didn't think people would notice that someone just like, yep, I'm gonna put like $2,000 on this pitch is gonna be a ball.
All right, Mero, I gotta say, like us as Dominicans, like seeing your boy Class A
Bro, that
And I
was the
forget other
dumbest
homie's
shit.
name.
Dog, you
For
niggas
what?
are stupid. Bro, that's the
For
dumbest,
what?
that's the biggest fumble. Fam, you have the easiest job in the world, fam. It's easier than being a backup quarterback, dog. You're like a middle reliever. Because I feel like he started as a closer and then they moved him to like middle relievers in the bullpen. You're a guy in the bullpen.
Which means he's not that good.
Right. You're a guy in the bullpen now. You make $30 million a year just to sit in the bullpen. Like, what are you doing? This is Major League Baseball. Y'all, and your money's guaranteed. You could fucking sign a contract for 10 years, $500 million, walk out the door, punch your baby moms in the face, shoot somebody in the neck, fucking crash your car into a wall, break your ankle, and you still gonna get that $500 million. Like,
it's crazy.
How?
So I just looked at the details. Literally on one of the pitches, he did it multiple times. One of the pitches was there was $68,000 on a bet that a pitch would be slower than 95 miles an hour in a ball. They didn't think that anyone would notice that someone put $68,000 on one pitch for a middle reliever on the Cleveland Guardians.
Come on, dog. And then not only that, then they got the other video of the other dude who was like dealing, throwing strikes.
Ortiz.
Ortiz, okay. Yeah, and then he turned on and he was like, shit. I'm like, bro, you just struck a guy out. Why are you mad? Yeah. Like,
yes.
And you didn't think people were gonna notice you being like, fuck, like, damn, I threw a strike.
In 4K.
Like, fam. I'm like, yo, how old are these motherfuckers, B?
So what is it?
Like, how old are these motherfuckers? Like, you can't beat out. Like, listen, I'm gonna just say this: if you were, you were 55 years old or 60 years old, that's permissible because it's like, yo, I grew up without this technology. I don't understand. I'm not aware of the fact that cameras are around me 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up in an era where there was no cameras around me 24/7. Cool. You're 20 something. You grew up with the internet. You grew up with a computer in your hand at all times. You gotta know.
That makes no sense.
I'm like,
I think what it is my take has always been, I think that
they gotta be getting
people think that because it's all automated, that they think it's automated all the way through, that they put money in and it comes out and no one looks at it. I think that they're that stupid.
Shit.
I think that they're so used to computers. That they think it's a fully automated process. That like, well, I bet this much money, it says it'll win $68,000, and so therefore no one's looking. And so I think it's actually we've gotten to the point where like people are so native to computers that they don't think that there's a person involved at all. We're just like, yeah, I put in this in the slot and the money comes out.
Yeah, dead internet theory, but for gambling. That's crazy, bro.
So here's a question though about in the NBA one. My favorite detail. Did you guys see the text that Damon Jones sent about someone placing a bet? Where he said, "Quote, bet enough so D Jones can eat now." He put that in a text message. Bet enough so D Jones can eat now.
Dog, yo, that's the number one thing. Fam, when you like, yo, I got friends that have been through divorce. You know what I'm saying? I got friends that have been involved in criminal enterprise. In both situations, they say never put shit in writing. Like if you're mad at your baby moms and you're going through a divorce, don't be like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you in a text. Because then that shit is going straight to her lawyer. Same thing for if you're selling dope or whatever the fuck you're doing. Do not put that shit in writing. These motherfuckers are texting. They're texting each other. Yo, son. Yo, I'm put the 68,000 on the first ball. I bet. Got it. Lock it in. With the little emojis and shit. I'm like, yo, y'all are tweaking.
The craziest one was when it was a couple of years ago where University of Alabama's baseball coach took someone out of a lineup and called from the dugout phone someone who was in Cincinnati at the betting place outside the Reds. He called from the dugout phone.
Oh God!
And then someone put like a $25,000 bet on Alabama baseball in a regular season game.
Come on, dog. Like if there is a phone that is tapped, it's a dugout phone.
Yes.
Like if there's a phone that's being recorded at all times,
it doesn't need to be tapped. It doesn't even need to be tapped. They just need because there are only like 2 people who use the dugout phone.
Jesus. Also, when you look at the call log of a dugout phone, that shit ain't supposed to have more than 2 numbers on it. It's like the bullpen.
It's like, why did the dugout phone? This dugout phone called a cell phone, and 5 minutes later, the person on the other end made a $25,000 bet on Alabama baseball.
Why does the dugout phone have so many calls to Vegas?
People, it's so nuts how dumb people are. It's really like, I mean, the shit with Jonte Porter's gotta be the dumbest. Because this man was, do you remember after he got indicted, he said, like, should I delete all this stuff? You're indicted. It's over.
It's over.
Damn, an indictment means they got the shit. You're good.
It's over.
Like,
government doesn't lose indictments.
And then you got Chauncey allegedly texting whoever he was giving the info to, like, oh, well, you know, we gonna sit such and such because, you know, we tanking now. And it's like, bro, what do you think? This shit can't come back?
Discovery, man.
For a score. Yo, come on, man.
Thank you, Jake. The number one word in legal dealings, fucking discovery, bro. Mm-hmm. They will turn your house upside down, your phone upside down, your computer upside down, your aunt upside down, bro, and shake that bitch and ask her 28,000 questions, bro. Have her thinking that she's about to go to Guantanamo Bay if she don't cooperate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fam, you can't, like, that shit is over with. Like, doing crime, I'm so happy I'm out of the criminal world, bro, because, like, that shit is so hard now. It's so hard to be illegal now, bro. Like, it's so hard to be a criminal.
There's cameras everywhere. There's everywhere. Everybody's listening, man.
I've been wanting to do graffiti and shit. And I look up and there's a fucking camera looking right at me. I'm like, man, I can't. I just looked at the bitch. I can't even do graffiti now because now you looked at my face.
It's all crazy, man. But yeah, before we go, let's talk about the Knicks real quick. Like right now, like a little injury situation. I think Brunson might be coming back tonight, so that's a good thing. Positive.
Yeah.
I think they've been pretty good, all things considered, and you know, the installing new offense, new coach, the whole 9 yards. I got to tell Mero, I told you this a couple weeks ago. I was like, you know, people getting a little too crazy with the you gotta give people time, you gotta give everything time to like gel and stuff like that. I'm very confident in this team. I feel like they're very good. They're very 100%. Good.
Like, yeah, no, 100%. And like to your point, like people were asking me this and like, you know, around like October 31st, November 3rd. I'm like, why are you asking me how the team is looking 5 games into the season? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're bugging, bro. Like, shit is gonna move, shift. We knew like they were the favorites coming in because of the Tatum injury, the Halliburton injury. You know, those years are kind of like a wash for Boston and Indy, and those are like your real competition in the East. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Cleveland, but you know, like. I think they're like
Detroit's looking good so far.
Yeah. Detroit's looking good, you know what I'm saying? So like those are like, to me, Detroit was like the dark horse, you know what I mean? Like to come through and like make shit happen because they were just young. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they were just young, but they were mad physical. They didn't have Isaiah Stewart in that playoff series against the Knicks. So like he's 6 fouls, 6 hard fouls, you know what I mean? A couple rebounds, you know what I'm saying?
And a psycho. He's like an
absolute psycho.
Yeah. He might be incarcerated by playoff time, though. That's the problem.
That dude wanted to fight LeBron. I said, "Oh my god, he really want to fight LeBron? What kind of time are you on,
bro? You want to fight the logo? Like that man is the face of the NBA right now. You want to fight him? Like, that's crazy. Like, Adam Silver will send you to fucking Siberia, gang. Like you better chill. Yeah. Like, but the Knicks look good. Cat is being aggressive, which I like. Brunson went down and he immediately started dunking. I was like, oh, this motherfucker dunking now. Like he's dunking the ball. Like he's doing all that shit. And one motherfucker, like aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like playing and shooting the lights out. You know what I'm saying? Also, like, you know, just playing well. And like, I think to your point, AC, like I think that they look good enough that everything will kind of like shake out and work itself out. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried at all, man. They look great. Like everybody's like, oh my god, because when Brunson went down, everybody's like, look, y'all gonna get exposed. We didn't. We hooped. You know what I'm saying? We won. Yeah. So it's not a one-man show over there. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Knicks. So we know this now.
No.
And I actually Brunson going down made me more confident in them. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, yo, what do we do without Cap?
Because we don't have to be worried.
Right.
Yeah, if anything, like it's what it comes down to is the reason why they brought this coach in was it can't be one guy just dribble, 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 and then like all of a sudden you play the rest of the roster like when you absolutely have to, as opposed to doing it now and knowing who
Exactly.
can do what. And so by the time the playoffs come, everybody in sync, everybody got chemistry, everything's straightened out, and I think the regular season is a process. Everybody will kind of want to rush the process, but it is what it is. Like you got to
Yeah.
get there before anything. It's a story. It's like a book. You got to find your way through the book, and when you get to the end, and assuming everybody's healthy by the time the playoffs start, then that's where it's like, okay, the pressure's on. They got to do it, and I do.
Yes.
I gotta say, like a lot of people think I'm crazy for believing in this team, but I do. I believe in them. I think they're good.
Also, we're talking
Yeah.
about a team that is has played how many games? Is played 13 games, is 8-5. Like it's not like people are like good, like as if like they're 2-10. It's like what the fuck are you talking about? Like
Yeah.
fourth least.
Exactly.
They'll totally be fine, and it was totally fine to have the Kid Mero join us on this show. And once again, you see what I did there. Mero, much appreciation. Obviously, you're not done with us yet. We got a Patreon
Hell nah.
segment, like I said. We about to cook something behind the wall. If you want to get in on something a little crazy, then just patreon.com/MC University Pod, where you get the bonus content such and such, just $3 if you want to just tap into all of our bonus episodes. Mero, let the people know like everything that you're doing. You got Victory Light, you got 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
According to the kid, you got everything
Yes,
going
sir.
on. That talk to the good people, folks.
Listen, MCU, you know what I'm saying? Fans, MCU University fans. You know what I mean? Like, lock in with your boy. I am on youtube.com/according to the kid. You know what I'm saying? That's the URL. You can go there, check me out. I got the channel. Everything is there for you, you know, for your enjoyment. Then you can also head on over to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, like and subscribe over there. You know what I mean? I'm up there chopping it up with Mello weekly, you know what I'm saying? And then according to the kid, you know what I mean? We're bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? Because people love it, and I gotta feed the streets. You know what I'm saying? Victory Light season 3. We're gonna take a break for the holidays. We're coming right back in the new year, and we got some fire shit lined up, man. Like we trying to get into live events. We're trying to do a lot of big things, and also still working on this book, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get ready, and it will be a masterpiece when completed.
We can't wait for it. Yes, check the Kid Mero out. All of his platforms, everything he's doing. Jay Christie, where can we find you, my friend?
You can follow me on Twitter at the Jay Christie. Doing the TikTok show with the Museum of Twitter. Just did my 500th episode yesterday. So I'm still doing that. Mero, we gotta get you on. There's a tweet I gotta have you on for. We'll talk later about it. There's
definitely.
I'm still really excited to do that show. And yeah, you can follow me on there. I have a Patreon for that as well. But you just subscribe to this one so you can listen to the Mero thing. And if you like me a lot, you can do the other thing.
Exactly. Yes, make sure you check out Jake and everything that he's doing over on TikTok. You follow me on Twitter at AnthonyCantor_3. Follow the show on all platforms at MC University Pod. Mention the Discord, mention the Patreon, YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. Like, comment, all of that good stuff. For Mero and Jake, this is Anthony Canton III, and this has been Marvel Cinematic University from some real New Yorkers, and we'll talk to you next time.